German Natürlich with German Dad.
That's German Dude.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of German Natürlich. I'm German Dude. Today's phrase is sagt Guten Morgen. Sagt Guten Morgen means says good morning. So says good morning. So let's start by spelling that out. First of all, we have sagt, which is a verb. It is not capitalized. We have a z sound. Is that a z? Nope. In German, that's an s that makes that sound at the beginning of a syllable. So s. Then we have a. Well, yes, that's just an a. Then we have a k, zak. Now that sounds like a K, and I suppose it could be written with a K, but in this case it's written with a G. A G at the end of a syllable might sound like a K at times, it just depends. And here it does. So zak. Now before I finish that out, if you look on Grimm's laws, you'll notice that the G becomes a Y. So there we have the word say. So it's a perfect Grimm's law cognate. From sagt, we definitely get the English word say. So let's finish it up because I don't want say, I want says. Says is sagt. So that means there's a T at the end of that. So the T is just like adding an S in English. It marks that it's he says or she says. Now, as I go through this lesson, you're going to hear me say, do you say? And the U ending for that, the do ending, is going to be an ST. So I might say sagst du. So do you say? Then I might answer it by saying I say. That ending is going to be an E. So it'd be ich sage. Ich sage. You'll hear me say that quite a bit. Plus there'll be other forms that you'll hear as well. So, sagt Guten Morgen. Now, Guten Morgen, I'm going to go ahead and capitalize the Guten. It's not really a noun, but because we're starting a quotation, and so in a sense it's like starting a sentence, we're going to capitalize that G. So we have a capital G, then we have U. Is that two O's? Nope, that's a U that gets that sound. So gu, then we have 10, just like spelling the number 10 out, okay? Guten. Now, we have Morgen. Morgen means morning. The question is morning a noun? Yes, it is. So, it needs to be capitalized. In fact, to show you why this is so important, if I didn't capitalize Morgen, it would actually mean tomorrow.
And I don't want to say good tomorrow, do I?
So, Morgen is capital M. Then we have O, simple O. Then we have more, so R. Then we simply have gen. And it's just like it sounds, G-E-N. Sagt Guten Morgen. You'll also see that after we had the word sagt, there is a colon to show that a quote is coming up. And there's a couple of ways to do quotes. I'll address that later when I talk about how to write the language in general. Now let's get started. So, as a review, what does sagt Guten Morgen mean? Good. Now let's say you have a friend and oh, her name happens to be Morgan. How do you say good morning to her?
Guten Morgen, Morgen.
If you'd like to have a little further reading practice, on the student resource page, you'll see a couple of stories called blühende Geschichten. These are stories that start small and get a little bit larger and a little bit larger until you're reading about a page. And it uses the phrase Guten Morgen or sagt Guten Morgen, but also other things are in there that you could figure out. So I hope that can help you grow in the language. This is German Dude with another edition of German Natürlich.
Guten Morgen, Morgen.